Good afternoon. Unfortunately, I have to report that the festive weekend was marred by several serious incidents of note. Firstly, I wish to extend the Bermuda Police Service's condolences to the family of Philip Benjamin James, who succumbed to his injuries following a serious road traffic collision at 6:22 p.m. on Saturday, the 26th of December 2015, near the junction with Khyber Pass and Middle Road, Warwick. Police are investigating the accident and are appealing for witnesses to contact the road policing unit. This is the 7th road fatality of the year. In addition, police are investigating a 5-vehicle collision that took place around 1:20 p.m. on Saturday, the 26th of December on South Road near the junction with Belvedere Drive in Devonshire. The accident left a 23-year-old man with serious injuries. Police are again appealing for witnesses to assist with the police investigation into the accident. I would remind all road users to drive responsibly and safely. In particular, slow down. At 6:07 p.m. on Saturday, the 26th of December 2015, there was an armed robbery at the Indian Grill at Warwick Workmen's Club. Police responded quickly and managed to engage the subject in a short vehicle chase. The vehicle was dropped and the suspect made good his escape. The suspect is described as a young, medium-built male, approximately 5'2" to 5'5" tall, wearing dark clothing, dark helmet with visor, black gloves, and a green cloth around his face. There are active lines of inquiries being pursued. Once again, police are appealing for anyone with information or witnessed the incident to contact the Criminal Investigation Unit. Lastly, at approximately 10:05 on Monday, the 28th of December 2015, the police service attended a report of a shooting in the St. Monica's Mission Road area. A 34-year-old Pembroke man was found lying at the junction of Bishop Spencer Road and Palmetto Road. The victim had non-life-threatening gunshot injuries to his lower body. He was transported to King Edward Memorial Hospital, where he is being treated. The incident, which appears to be gang-related, marks the 6th time that a person has been shot this year. The shooting is being treated as an attempted murder investigation, which is headed by Senior Investigating Officer, Acting Detective Inspector Jason Smith. Mr. Smith will be providing further details of the incident. I will take this opportunity to reassure the public that the Bermuda Police is doing all it can to bring the perpetrators to justice, and to once again to appeal to the community to rally and support our efforts. If you know something, say something. Any information that you have will be treated in confidence. You can call us on 247-1739 or on the Confidential Crime Stoppers hotline at 800-8477. I'll now introduce you to the Senior Investigating Officer, Acting Detective Inspector Jason Smith.
Approximately 10:05 p.m. on the 28th, Monday, the 28th day of December 2015, the Bermuda Police Service responded to several calls via the 911 system reporting gunshots heard in the St. Monica's Road area. The emergency medical services and police personnel were summoned, and on their arrival, they discovered the victim, a 34-year-old Pembroke man, lying in a collapsed state on the grass verge at the junction with Bishop Spencer Road and Palmetto Road Junction. Police inquiries ascertained that the victim had been shot on St. Monica's. After being shot, the victim ran to get away from his shooter. The victim was attended to and transported to the King Edward Memorial Hospital, where he was treated for non-life-threatening gunshot injuries to his lower body. The victim remains in the hospital and is recovering from his injuries and is expected to make a full recovery. Fortunately, it would appear that a life has been saved. This incident marks the 6th time that a person has been shot this year. This is 6 times too many. The investigation into this shooting is being treated as an attempt murder investigation, headed up by myself along with other members of the Serious Crime Unit. The investigation is being driven by the support of CCTV footage, and to date, several witnesses have come forward with information to assist. We do know that there were several persons in the area of the shooting on St. Monica's Road that witnessed the same. We are also aware that there were several persons on Palmetto Road and Bishop Spencer Road at the time of this shooting, and that members of the motoring public were traveling along Palmetto Road. We want to hear from you. We want to know if you observed the victim running along the road and or any suspicious vehicles and or any suspicious activity. The victim is not known to the Bermuda Police Service to have any gang affiliations. However, intelligence received suggests that this may be a gang-related shooting in retaliation to a previous incident. This shooting is an act of unscrupulous, callous, and cowardly men. The Bermuda Police Service is calling on all in our community to do our part in stemming this flow of gang violence and senseless shootings. We all need to do our part in making Bermuda a safer place, and if you have any information that can assist in bringing these perpetrators to justice, we would like to hear from you. We would also like to assure the public that we are taking this matter seriously and dedicating the necessary resources to maintain law and order in the community. Any information that you have will be treated in strict confidence, and you can call us on 247-1739 or the confidential Crime Stoppers hotline at 800-8477. I'll now entertain any questions that you might have.
You indicated that the individual, the victim in this incident, is not known to have any gang affiliation, but the incident may have been in retaliation for a previous incident. Would you be able to say whether this is between members of the so-called Portu gang and the Park side?
There is some information to suggest that, and we are looking at all angles. But again, we're appealing to the members of the public who might have more information on that to contact us so that we can shed more light on that. Any information, whether how insignificant it might be to you, it is important to us, and we would like to hear from you.
There's been an upsurge in this type of incident in recent months. I think there have been 3 or 4 in the last 2 months. To what does the police attribute this upsurge?
There are several indicators which come to our attention. There does seem to be an increase in feuds, and we do know from experience that these things tend to rise and fall depending upon several factors. But again, we are appealing to those members of our community who know some information to contact us. We don't know all things, but we are hearing some things, and we would like to hear more to put that into perspective.
So what are some of these contributing factors?
Again, it could be the ebbs and flows. There's some people who are currently incarcerated and they're out of the system. Some have left the island. Those are factors that often weigh in. And so we're looking at those options. But again, we're open, and we would like to hear from members of the community.
So the shooters on motorcycles?
Yes.
How many cycles were there?
I think at this stage, we don't want to talk about how many. It's still an infancy stage, and we're working several lines of inquiry. But suffice to say that the shooters were on motorcycles.
Can you say whether these CCTV cameras, you mentioned that they were using CCTV footage to assist in this investigation. Were those cameras up at the St. Monica's mission area operational?
They are operational, and we are reviewing them as we speak and identifying other lines of inquiry as a result of that. And yes, they were operational.
Why doesn't the police in situations like this provide the media with some of this footage so that it could be broadcast and perhaps assist in police bringing the perpetrators to justice? Someone might see something and see something, which is what you're asking.
I think that those are lines of inquiry that we often look at, and at some point we would pursue that. At this stage, however, we are reviewing the footage that is available to us, and we are pursuing lines of inquiry from that. But we're open to all lines of inquiry and all avenues of investigation. And when we identify them as such, we will act and respond accordingly. But at this moment, the CCTV footage that we have obtained is being reviewed, and we are getting some productive lines. But again, the footage is one part, but the members of the community who are present, who have seen, who have heard, that is also very, very important. And if we work in partnership with those individuals and with the community, then the results, I think, will speak for themselves.
Based on the CCTV footage, are you able to give a description of the perpetrator or perpetrators in this incident?
At this stage, we are still reviewing that, and again, we would come back to you at the appropriate time. But we're just appealing for members of the public with some information that can help to advance us and take this forward to come and speak to us.
The information you're feeling today would indicate that the shooting involved a random target. Is that a reason for increased concern that just random people are starting to get shot?
No, I don't think that it is so random that members of the public need to be in fear. I think that it is an incident that is unfortunate and should not have happened. But I don't have any information to say to the public that you need to be in fear that people are randomly going about and shooting other people.
We're about 48 hours away from celebrations and big sporting events with large crowds. Confidently be able to use all the different areas of the state.
Yes, I believe that we are very confident. But again, police are one component. The community is often the other component. And we all know what the rules and the laws are. And if we abide by them accordingly, then we can have a peaceful and a safe 2015 New Year's Eve celebration and into 2016.
There were two football games that were scheduled to be held at the Southampton Rangers football club. The BFA indicated that based on information provided by the police, they opted to host those games at another venue. Are you able to say what the information is that the police may have provided the BFA in light of the fact that there have been two shooting deaths up at the Southampton Rangers club between December last year and October this year?
No, I have no information to shed on that at all. No.